grown up, piece of shit going through my shit, not being able to understand and judging her. But that goes, she had her trauma. I got my trauma. We were both out of age that we could understand what the fuck trauma is. What is mental health?
Mm-hmm.
All right. How she's gonna help me if she couldn't help herself? How can I help myself if I don't know how to help myself?
Agreed.
It's so important. Mothers are so important in a man's life because depending on the woman you are, is highly the woman he's gonna marry in the future. So if you're one of these thoughts from the hood, right, getting that cake, that whatnot, right, and you teaching your son was watching every step. I've learned it. I've seen it through my son. They watch every move we make, hear every thought, every word we say. They're absorbing everything. So you got him in that environment. Most likely he's gonna come and marry this fucking tramp that don't know how to appreciate him. That's another man with fucking mama issues and mental health, and nobody can help him. You know why? Because he's not taught to understand those emotions, those feelings.
Yeah, it's tough. It is tough.
But thank God we all here to speak on it.
Absolutely.
I mean, this shit is real.
And we're only a few, man. It's hard, men, I don't fucking know. I just know about me, honestly. This is the first, it's actually the first interaction I have with other people in a very long time. And not even that, just,
well,
we as men sometimes, yeah. Who's going to talk?
No, go ahead.
No, I said me, men, us. You can go. Yeah, go.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I was gonna say, well, see, with men, what we could do as far as mental health, it's just acknowledging the fact that mental health is a thing. And acknowledging the fact that it's okay actually to talk about what bothers you, what holds you back, what makes you cringe a certain way. It's okay to do that. Like, as one thing I learned over the years, like through things that I experienced, this is that, I realized, like, even if I can't talk to nobody, I'm looking up, and I'm one of them people, like, you may look at me like I'm a crazy dude. If I was outside, I'm gonna look up, have a whole conversation while I'm walking, looking up, and I'm just like talking to myself. But, some people thought I was crazy, and I said, no, actually, I said, this is my insanity. And I said, this is how I stay sane. And they're like, well, what you mean? I said, because I said, we go through so much shit in general in life, especially with today's generation, the shit you see on the news constantly, especially if you're living in a hood, or you ain't gotta be living in a hood, because there's different shit, levels of shit people just go through in general. So I'm not going to generalize it to the hood. But for the people in the hood, like, I know how they feel because I grew up in the hood. I know how that shit is. And just being able to acknowledge it and having a conversation, even if it's with yourself, just letting it out. It's okay to do that. And that's one thing I learned. And that's how I've been able to be sane, because I used to be mad about a lot of shit and I didn't know what to say, how to say it, or what to do. Like, I was like, all right, I'm pissed off. I'm just like, fuck you, motherfucker. Like, that's it. Bottom line.
Yeah.
Like like I didn't express in no other way. I honestly, I even had a conversation with my 12-year-old daughter, because I had a situation where Well, I'm on my way dropping them off to school, and this person in the car almost hit my truck. And I swerved out the way, but I didn't realize there was a guy on a bicycle right there. And I almost knocked him down too. So I slowed down because I wanted to apologize to him and this, that, and the third. And I get at that point, he was at a wreck and everything, and this, that, and the third. He said, motherfucker, you almost hit me. Da, 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 da. And I said, look, man, I know. I said, I know. And I want to apologize. I'm not giving an excuse because I should. I feel as though I could have been a little more aware, even though I was swerved out the way not to get hit by the woman that almost hit my vehicle. But I almost hit him off his bike too. And, you know, he just started ramming off the mouth. And then I just snapped. And I said, look, motherfucker, all right, look, I tried to and make it right. You're not allowing me to. I said, nigga, look, I will get out this car and fuck you up. Right?
Just take my apology.
And my daughter looked at me and I thought about it and I said, stop. And so I grasped myself and I stopped myself and I said, sir, I'm sincerely sorry. And I really apologize. If you can lower your anger down, I apologize because even though I was avoiding getting hit, I know I nearly hit you and nearly took you out. So I am truly sorry for that. And I drove off. And I took me and my daughter, and I told my daughter, she said, hey, you really look like you was about to hit him. Like, I really was about to just get out the car and hit him. I'm just like, I said, yeah, mama. And I said, I would have been wrong. And I told her straight up, I said, look, baby, I said, there's better ways to handle that. Some people won't accept an apology right then and there. But I said, the fact that, look at what I'm telling you, that I was wrong. Even though someone else almost hit me, I still could have been a little bit more aware on my left side. I was just more concerned about not getting hit by the other vehicle that I didn't pay attention to what was on the other side of me too. And, you know, and I told her, I said, you can't do things like that. I said, me personally, I said, yeah, because your dad been through things and I know what I can and cannot do. But I sat there and I think I handled myself well instead of letting how
which time?
Hey Nick, let me ask you: did you make him an offer that he couldn't refuse?
I don't know. I probably looked at that and was like, man, look, you better take this apology. Or I'm gonna be a little more courteous to you. But no. In all seriousness, I know I was wrong and I did feel bad. And when I feel bad, that's when I know I'm wrong because, like, my stepdad, for example, and the reason why I really felt bad because my stepdad, he used to be a motorcycle rider. I used to ride motorcycles too. He got hit off his motorcycle and dragged halfway up the boulevard, and the chick kept going.
God damn!
And you know, he was in a wheelchair for about a year and some change. He had to get an incision repaired and his whole pelvis reconstructed and all that shit. And you know, I made a promise to my daughter I'll never ride motorcycles again. You know, because that was my thing. I was about to buy my own instead of riding my bulls all the time. I was about to finally buy my own, and that happened. And I just like it shook. You know, I'm just like. Yeah. And then my daughter was like, no, I don't want you to be like Pop and get hit. So I kept my promise and everything. But that event right there made me think about the dude that I nearly hit off the bike. And that's why I was like, shit. I said, I got to make it right somehow. You know,
Dude, that's what you got about to hit him with the right.
No, all right, so
take this apology like a man.
Here's the kicker though, because sometimes I do Uber and Lyft in my spare time.
Same here,
we end up going to the Wawa, and he was right there, and I recognized him, and he looked at me, and we was able to have a conversation. So we were actually able to talk, even though the beginning was rough. Like I was amazed. I said, damn, I said, okay. Magically, somehow, I don't know how the fuck he was going to the same Wawa one. Like it was like a couple hours later, he was there. I recognized him because he had a Flyers jersey on. So, and then I remember his face, and I approached him, in a peaceful way, and I said, "Hey, man, look, I was a guy from earlier." He said, "Yeah, I remember you." I said, "Look, man, I sincerely want to apologize."
I wish I was there too.
But
I wish I was there. I'm sorry. I really wish I was there.
No, I would have yelled. Yo, if you seen it, you would have been like, "Yo, that's the guy."
That's Warsaw right there.
And so he actually apologized to me too. He said, "Look," he said, "I want to apologize too because I realized you was trying to apologize and make sure I was okay." And he said, "My emotions just hyped and everything." And I told him, I said, "There's no need to apologize because I understand it." Because I said, if I was in your shoes, I probably would have been the same way. Like, because I'm pretty sure you see this big ass black truck about to swerve into it, and you literally pedaled on a damn bike and shit. I said, shit, I'll be scared of shit too. So like I said, I know, so we had a good conversation, hands and walked away, and that was it. And I think that was one of the best things that I ever experienced so far in life, as far as just like making shit right. I mean, because I had an opportunity to make it right, and I said, "Well, I'm gonna take that opportunity." Fuck it. I ain't gonna lie. If I really was pissed, I probably would have been like, "Man, look at that motherfucker right there. You know what? Fuck that nigga. I ain't gonna say shit to him." Like he, and
knock him out real quick.
Like, no. I ain't gonna do that. But like, that's just
that's growth right there, man. That's growth.
That's the anger. You know how we had them little angry thoughts in our mind, but even though we won't act, but that angry thought in my mind, fuck that motherfucker. Like no, but the fact that I was able to apologize and make it right, and we shook hands and walked away after a crazy argument, that's a great thing. I said, damn. And that's another thing with our mental health. And I say that to say this, that could be an example of how us men need to react more in certain situations. Every situation doesn't have to be bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be, you know what? It don't have to be anything like that. A simple conversation could go a long way.
Yeah, man. I agree.
Us as men, we fail to realize that because, we always beating on our chest, King Kong motherfuckers and shit like that all the time. I'm the king of this shit or this, that, and the third. Like, instead of realizing, instead of just beating on our chest, like, yo, you know what? Hey, man, let's just talk real quick. Let's just have a conversation about this, and see if we can get where from that. You know what I mean?
I remember having
that play.
I remember having a lot of conversations like that in high school. A lot of conversations like that, man. And it wasn't growth. It's just I don't want to go to jail. Yeah, man. Let's talk this real quick.
You're like, I'm gonna talk to you because I ain't going to jail for your ass,
bro. It took a turning point. I'm so like. Anybody's listening to me, like I'm a violent fucking person, right? I was in 9th grade, man. I had this very good friend named Robert. At 9th grade, it was not weird. Like in 9th grade, a lot of kids were fucking doing drugs. It wasn't, usually you start at 10, whatever. 9th grade, like, well, he got left back a couple times, but he enjoyed a lot of one of those, and he
Rick James.
He enjoyed a lot out of 9th grade, and our relationship started deteriorating, and he would try to joke at me, and I would come back hard at him, and one day I guess. I went too far, You know, I burned him, right? Joking around. That 9 o'clock, I had an art class. I used to love going to that fucking class. And I came out and I had somebody who was a well-known associate in the streets who was, you know, trying to do the right thing in school, you know, as we all try to. And he was like, let me pull you to the side. And he was like, yo, this guy's going to jump you. I'm like, what? And it wasn't the first time. So, you know, I went quickly, walked outside in front of the school. And, you know, like I said, I've already got a bad reputation, you know, although I was trying to, you know, start from scratch. So when they mention my name, it's like you're in Madigan Square Garden. The shit gets flooded full of people. They're about to get entertained on some gladiator shit. So I walked outside and yeah, man, he saw the people walking behind me, and he, you know, quickly I couldn't even talk to him. We just started fighting. I remember he grabbed me by my collar. I remember this day because it was the first time I fought with somebody I cared about and I wasn't angry. You know, I didn't like, I cared about this person despite, you know, the default of our relation is because you're a fucking cokehead. It's not because you're a bad person. And he was like, he grabbed me by the collar and he was ramming on me, man. Until they broke us up, and you know, another affiliate person in the streets, well known, said, "Fuck this, we're doing it right. You're grabbing by his shirt, now fight like men." And with no anger in the world, I fucked this motherfucker up. It was a white Focus, and yo, I was going to juvie. I was going to juvie. And I remember that same day they got me from school. They put handcuffs on me, and they took me to the police station, which they walked me in. You know, that's another thing I learned that day. That is all who you know. Nobody knew me, but they knew him. So they was out to you know, I wasn't. If I was going to juvie, I wasn't coming out. And you know, I sit there while they handcuff me and they sit me in the shitty room trying to use you know, police intimidate factors and whatnot. And I used to shut and like, I got to change my life. I got to change my life. You know, something has to give. I need to get the fuck out of this place. That was another eye opening. It was, you know, I don't know, it was a bad trauma because it made me try to get my shit together.
Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you gotta go through it to try to, you know, fix stuff, your situation.
Yeah, man. But, you know,
Shit's real.
Yeah.
Shit's real. And I just gotta say this. I mean, for anybody watching this, everybody, it does not make you weak to apologize. And it does not make you weak, men out there, to talk about this mental health. Shit's real. Shit is really real.
Yeah, man. And, you know, having a drink or popping pills or trying to, you know, push those emotions down, it's not the answer.
Mm-mm.
You know?
No, it will be. It's a how you say a continuous fix.
Yeah.
To the point, basically, yeah, you think you fixed it, but no, you're gonna have to go back and fix it again.
Some
And then
Band-Aid.
all it leads is to either coffin or behind bars or in a mental institution, most likely.
Yeah, it's like the great actor Robin Williams, which my guest here, Michael, was a part of the new reboot. Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Kevin Hart. Robin Williams, he was so happy, amazing comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing comedian, but he abused drugs and he was depressed. Next thing you know, they found him hanging himself.
It's crazy.
That's not how you want to go out in this world.
No, not at all.
Nope, not at all. And
listen, and it's crazy that we're sitting here talking about this because I literally just sent out a message today to a bunch of people that I know were physically healthy, but I was just checking on them mentally.
Facts.
Just checking on them mentally.
Yeah, because like you said earlier, it's not the same thing. I could be jacked the fuck up in my mind, you know?
yeah, and that's a good thing. That's something that needs to be done more often. One of the things I taught my kids and also taught myself, because I realized at an early age that, you know, this anger shit really ain't gonna get me nowhere and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I always told people, I said, you know how if you walking down the street and you see another guy, it's a tense moment. You know what I mean? And with that being said, like me, I used to be the guy, like, I ain't gonna lie, I used to carry my blade with me all the time because look, I had to fight. Sometimes I just had to fight. I didn't want to, but I had to. But the one thing I do now, as growing up and just learning, I always break the ice. I'm like, hey, how you doing, bro? What's up, man? How you doing? I get a head now. Hey, how you doing? I don't give a fuck, dude. Like he gonna try to kill me or not. I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? How you doing? You know, I'm gonna break the tension. Like, yo, bro, look, I'm not out here to hurt you. You know what I mean, I'm just walking by as you walking by. We ain't gotta have the buddy conversation. Just like, yo, what's up? How you doing, bro? Because every time someone gives me this weird look, I'm like, all right, well, fuck it. I said, well, I know I ain't do nothing for nobody to become after me. I said, for the most part, I stay to myself. But I'll sit there and be like, hey, how you doing, man? What's up? You know, I mean, have a good day, whatever. You know, or just say hello, like just keep it moving after that. And that has worked out a lot. And I remember this one guy, he came and told me, he said, yo, bro, he said, I know we don't talk on a regular, but we lived in the same area. And every time I see him, we never knew each other, but we always spoke. He said, I'm glad you decided to break that tension. I said, well, what you mean? He said, man, because look, he said, I thought you was about to fuck me up. I said, for what? I said, dog. I said, he said, you got like, he's like, oh, you got a certain walk. I said, man, people tell me I got a certain walk, and I hate that walk. It's like you're just ready to fight and you're just always on edge, and I hate that. And I try to not walk like that. But
I hate that same
he was
shit
like,
too.
yeah, man. I said, well, look, man, I'm glad we ain't never crossed paths in the wrong way. I said, I see what you be doing with your kids, man. I love that shit. I said, salute. I love when I see a dude taking care of their kids, doing what they got to do. You know, I always salute that 1,000,000% because, you know, I tell everybody, kids, they need both parents there. And if one can't be there, the other one still needs to be there. So it was just like, I said, damn, I said, yo, this shit really works. I said, okay. I said, let's keep doing this, you know? Like, let's just keep doing it. Attention, like it's been areas I walked in, they be like, yo, you walk there by yourself? I said, yeah, because I had to get somewhere. I said, I ain't had bus fare at the time. So, but I'm like, yeah, and it's like, you ain't getting messed with. I said, look, man, I'll be honest with you. As I walked, someone gave me a mean look. I just said, hey, man, how you doing, man? And just kept it moving. I said, that's it. So, you know, it's good. It's good to break the tension instead of just giving each other the eyeball, like, nigga, what's up? Or like, yo, like, what you trying to do? You know what I mean? Break the tension. Just say what's up. Like, just give me, like, hey, how you doing?
Be the better person.
Yeah,
be the better person.
The better person. It's easy. It's so easy. And this is what I hate. It's so easy to do the wrong thing, but it's so hard to do the right thing. And that's something that's something that's a whole big ass discussion, but that's one of the reasons why our mental health is fucked up too. I ain't gonna lie, men and women, because it's simple fact that it's so easy. It's so easy to do the wrong thing.
But like, okay, so like, how can we? What can we do, right? Because that's another thing. We're as men, we're not united. Like, you know, I've always tried to start this like especially for fathers, like a father support group. You know, we have to help one another. You know, if our to be better men, we got to help us to be better fathers. That's another foundation, right? You know, and sometimes we just you know want to fucking you know sit down and drink a beer and that's good, but that's not enough. You know, we gotta do shit. We gotta unite. We gotta help. We gotta teach. We gotta give advice and be also willing to hear that shit. You know, like we, you know, I don't know what can we do, Steven? You got any ideas?
Come back to me. Let me come back to me. Yeah.
Mike.
I say have an outreach or something like that, you know, a hotline or something like that. Like I got an extra phone number. I mean, you know, I'm busy, but what if I take a day out of each month and I don't know, give people 5 minutes, give men 5 minutes and just let it all out. You can be anonymous or something. I don't know. Something, just an outlet for.
Yeah. Sometimes
so like I said,
all you need is to be listened to. Not just listen
like
to what I'm going through and I'm good.
Don't judge.
Yeah, I mean, something like that. And you can be drinking your beer, smoking your blunt at home, whatever you want to do, but just, you know, call the hotline or face or whatever, just to get that out, because this mental health stuff, COVID-19 did not help. Keeping people locked up, losing jobs, and things like that. It's a real thing, man. I've really seen it. Like I said, I keep a positive mindset. I keep a, you know, positivity is really a real thing. So, I mean, what I think to do, I mean, just really reaching out to people, checking on them, and foremost, but also, you know, starting up something that we can do, you know, maybe not every month, but, you know, every 3 months we, you know, do an open call or open email chat or something. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It sounds it sounds good, man. I mean, we got to do something. You know, I have nobody to talk. You know, we all go through the same shit, but nobody to talk to with. You know, and we're you know, in this case, we're 4 men trying to progress in life. Like, you know, Nick said, you know, fear of failure shit. I have that feeling every fucking day of my life.
Every day. I do as well. Every day.
You know,
listen, just before this call, I literally almost told myself I'm not going to do this audition because I didn't remember the lines the way I wanted to remember. Just before this call. But something told me, take my ass back in there and audition for it. And I took my ass back in there and knocked it out.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, doing it.
Good shit.
Congrats, my brother.
Good shit, brother.
My boy's gonna be cast soon for you. Shut the. My boy's gonna be the next Wakanda. Right?
You can pull it off.
Yeah.
Watch stuff. You can definitely pull it off.
Right?
Man, I appreciate the love. I appreciate that. Hey, I'm just Hey, listen. I'm no better than anybody. I'm just trying to put in the work just like everybody else, man. Yeah. It's hard out here.
Yeah.
It's hard out here. It ain't easy.
But you're doing it. You're doing it. One leg after the other. You're doing it. That's all that matters.
If it was easy, everybody else would be doing it too.
Yeah.
You know?
That's facts. That's facts. And I do want to say something because I know we all, you know, I know some of y'all grew up in the, the poor I'm, middle class. But listen, I want to talk about the rich people too. The rich people are some of the most people that put the best fronts on. I know a lot of rich people that are some of the most depressed people that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Just because you got money, just because you got whatever cars and all this and that, don't mean they're mentally healthy. I just want to say that too, because physically, yeah, they're good. Cash flow wise, they're more than good. But mentally, once again, so we've talked about, I just want to make sure we cover all classes, the rich, the poor, the medium. I mean, it's a real thing, man.
Well, that goes state of mind, because being poor, that's just a state of mind. I'm financially, I show throughout my life, but I've always been rich. Shit. If anything, once I got married and had my son, I've been richer. So that's a state of mind. It's money's a tool. That's all it is. You're supposed to use, and not as use you, but you get to that certain point, you got that money flowing, but you're still alone. It's lonely in the top, baby.
It is.
It's lonely in the top.
What's that Players Club line? What's it? Don't make that money. Don't let it make you.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. That's what it is.
I don't mean to go off topic here, but you guys ever heard of broken heart syndrome?
Broken heart syndrome?
Yeah. It's a disease. It's a fucking disease. It's also called Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. Basically, you could die from broken heart syndrome. It's crazy. I mean,
so you're saying if somebody breaks your heart, you have potential.
It's just your heart. Yeah.
Shit.
I saw this yesterday on the news, and I was like, hold on.
What?
Broken heart syndrome? Yeah. I want to see if I can find the definition.
I tell you this much: there's a lot of motherfuckers dying with broken heart because they ain't getting no more stimulus checks.
Hey guys, that was intended as a joke. We ain't clowning y'all. That was a joke.
Right. Or anybody that got that PPP loan.
PPP loan.
There's a lot of motherfuckers that PPP loan that got paid back who go in jail.
They did the wrong thing. Motherfuckers that had Lambos out here.
Where they at now? Where the fuck are they at now?
I seen a couple reports. One dude, they really locked like 2, 3, 4, 5 dudes up. Dude got the PPP loans for his business, and dude really ain't need it. He just took advantage of it because you know how the government loves to do stupid shit. As far as when they push shit out in a rush, they leave a bunch of loopholes. So of course everybody's gonna take advantage of it. Come on, why not? Like, hey, if I can get away with it,
you get that paper.
But half the people ain't get away with it at all. But real quick though, not even to change that subject, but I want to give a special shout out. I don't know if you guys seen a thing that was happening in Louisiana. It was a school fight, about 23 kids, all fighting, arrested.
Yes.
Right, yes. And the dads, and this right here plays a crucial role in mental health. The dads actually formed a group, Dads on Duty. And these dudes literally are at the school. And since they've been there, ain't been no fights.
Preach.
Peaceful. And everything. And I said, damn, now this is beautiful right here. I said, it's not even, and it's dads being dads to other kids as well.
Yes.
Looking out for everyone's benefit, not just their kid. They're looking out for everyone's benefit, like making sure, like, yo, you, and they hitting everybody with the corny dad jokes and shit. And I'm just like, I said, man, that's dope right there. That's beautiful. I said, that's being a decent human being. That's love right there. And stuff like that is what a lot of people need in general.
Mm-hmm.
It's that type of
Facts.
love right there.
Facts.
Like they showing love to everybody. They was on the news and everything. I'm just sitting there looking. I'm just like, damn, dope right here. This is dope. So I want to give them a shout out before I forgot about it. The dads
That's
on
dope,
duty
man.
in
That's
Louisiana,
dope.
man. I
That is
love
dope.
that.
Man, I
Those
seen
are-
that. I appreciate you bringing that up, man. That's facts. But listen, I definitely, because I don't want anybody to think that we're sexist. Women need this too. Listen, but think about if we did that for any situation that's going on, brothers, kids and anything, but also, girls get picked on too.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
So if the moms come to the school,
That's
to the school, and man, that's what I'm talking
That'd be
about.
dope.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
that.
That'd be cool.
We all need a form of compassion, a good conversation, whether you're a man or a woman. And I think, like you said, because women out there, they probably, I'm not gonna say everybody, but women, they be like, hey, if they watch this, they can probably think like, oh man, I think they're sexist and this, that, and third.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Yes.
no.
I'm
ladies,
Zach. I'm damn sexy. Yes. You're
Yes,
goddamn right. I'm sexy as hell.
man,
You're
y'all can say
right.
it, but overall, like ladies, like the same thing we're saying, and because we know it ain't easy for women out here neither. You know, because this
no.
shit that they go through that they can't even explain, that we can't even cope with some of the things, because sometimes if a woman tell us there's certain feelings, there's certain things they've been through, 9 times out of 10, what you gonna do? You like, all right, but where the motherfucker at? I want to go fuck him. Yeah, I mean, like my last girlfriend I was dealing with, she told me, dude was being mad, disrespectful at her, like she was doing Uber Eats and everything. She's picking up the food, like dude just talking mad greasy to her because she ain't want to give him a number, whatever the case may be. And I'm telling her, I'm like, all right, so I'm trying to sweet talk. I'm like, all right, well, what store you was at? I said, what he look like? This, that, and third. And then she's like, she said, no, you don't need to be I already took care of this, that, and third. But she was really upset about it because she's like, yo, like some of these dudes out here don't know how to understand the word no. She's like, no, I'm good. I got a good man, whatever the case will be, blah, blah. And I'm just like, in my mind, I'm like, okay. As I said earlier, sometimes we tend to think with the chest. When all she really needed was me to just hear her out, understand what she want to, give her that comfort, and be like, hey, look, don't worry about it. It's okay. Nothing happened. Like, show her that you there on a mental level too, instead of just on a physical level. Because every chick don't want you to be out there whooping every dude ass that say something wrong. She just wants you to understand, like, yo, like, I know you go through shit, but it's shit I go through too.
Yeah, facts. Like, have you seen that show? This Is Us.
That's my show. I love that show.
Yeah, I never seen This Is
What
Us.
is it?
This Is Us.
This
right?
Is
This Is Us. It's with
y'all go binge watch that. That show's good, man.
Okay. This Is Us. Okay.
I can't watch that show because I always break up in tears. Like it's that deep. Like this gentleman Rando, he's African American. He was adopted by this amazing white family. Him and his wife are like the it of what every couple, doesn't matter what nationality, shit like that. That how it should be. Like they're always talking to one another, like in the show. Tell me your problems, tell me yours. Listen to one another, judging and supporting one another, and being an essential team for progress. Like it is, if anybody watches a show that can say, "Damn, this is what I want for my life," right? It doesn't have to be the same, but can inspire them. They're the couple. It hits you right there in the gut, man.
I have to watch it.
Oh, it's really good. Yeah.
Sure.
Another thing, like,
right.
Huh?
You'll watch. I'm letting them know, like, yo, he's right. You'll watch that shit. You gonna have a tear come out your eye, like that shit. You be like, Damn, that's some crazy. And whoever, I forgot the person's name, that the writers and whoever directed, like in the angle and how they do that show.
Yeah, he won an Emmy.
Beautiful. It's
Yes,
mad.
yes. The music,
I mean,
everything. It gets you thinking about life, man. It gets you thinking about life. It gets you. Oh man, it hits you right there. Another thing, like, money doesn't matter in fame either, man. Like, it's being a human being kind. Like, I was joking earlier about, like, Wakanda, Boss, how's it pronounce his name? Boseman, fuck.
Chadwick Boseman.
What's his name?
So Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman. There you go.
Yeah.
Dude, he had a second level cancer, and nobody knew. He died alone. Like, I didn't even know that dude, and I heard that shit because he was a pillar within the community. Like, that shit made me cry.
That's
Shit,
sucks.
Hey, so it doesn't really matter. Like, I remember in the news they were making fun of him or something like that. All-star game he went to, and yeah, you don't know what a person's going through. Just be kind. Just be kind, man. That's all you have to do. Like Nick said, you just say hi. How are you, dude? Sometimes that's all a person needs to hear is hi. How are you? Or how's your day going?
Yep.
Whether you're just being proper or polite, that's all you need, man. That's all you need. I worked at this place. I'm not gonna mention the name. I was a security supervisor. Like literally every other day, somebody would get on the fucking on the tower, whatever, and just jump off. Commit suicide, bro. Like, little did you know, all you need to say is hi. Make him feel noticed. And yeah, man, that helps. That goes so far, right? In life, you give him a little bit more life, something to live. Like, damn, this guy said hi to me. Because we don't know. Yeah, like we live in this big ass universe, but it's so small, right? And yet we feel so lonely sometimes, even though we can be with people. Like I try to avoid big groups. When I'm in a big group, I could be interacting, but yeah, I feel so alone. Right? Like if I'm alone, I feel like I'm good. But yeah, you don't know what a person's going through, man. Just say hi. How are you? I do my best every day to, when I take my son to therapy and I see these parents, bro, that like, the therapist comes and take them to do the therapy, and they have for 5 minutes, they literally sit back and for 5 minutes take a deep breath and feel like the worlds are not on their shoulders. Right? And nobody knows what they go through. Those 5 minutes are like the best 5 minutes in the world, and they feel like they can breathe. I come with my son. Is like, hey, say good morning. And like, hey, how are you? And I'm like, and you see them take a deep breath and they smile. It's like, I'm okay. Little did you know, they just had a horrible traffic. Their kid didn't let them sleep. They're probably going through because they're going through a difficult time. Their marriage is not working. And all I did was say, how are you doing today?
Change somebody's life.
Yep. Saying go a long way. You can save somebody's life, or you can save somebody else's life that you don't even. Now you probably not even. Basically, you save a bunch of people's lives. Plain and simple. Saying hi to that person could have prevented that person from doing something very horrible. Catastrophe waiting to happen, and that's one of the best things to do. Is as I tell people, it's cool to say hi.
Yeah.
Especially I remember too in school, when we was in school and stuff, the one quiet kid, it's a joke now. People make a joke about it, but they be like, yo, you better be nice to that quiet kid. They're gonna come up here with the Uzi or the nine and shoot the whole class up. But the thing, people make a joke about it, but it's also that's part of reality too. Because those kids right there, you don't know them quiet people that you don't know what their life is like at home. You don't know if they're getting mentally abused, physically abused, or
man.
anything. You don't even know if they're going to a home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I said, just saying hi, like you said, Deal, would definitely give somebody a breath of fresh air, something that they desperately needed, because it could be at that crucial moment that they was about to snap. That humanity, that last little bit of a moral you had left.
Yeah, that last inch of a hope. Yeah,
that hope.
my son is 4 years old. He's gonna be 5 now in November. He doesn't speak a goddamn word, right? But I'm always talking to him. Like it's going to the place I go to take him therapy is such a pivotal point in his life. Although he doesn't understand, he's going to understand because as we walk, I'm telling everybody's different. You treat everybody with respect.
Absolutely.
You don't tease,
Mm.
and if you tease, it's because he's being an ass and you put him in his place, right? But everybody, it's okay to be different. Some talk, some don't. Some can walk, others can't. All you need to do is be kind. Say hello. Be proper. Don't try to belittle anybody, man. Like I'm saying that like you go. Sometimes you go through so much pain and shit in life that it's amazing to see how far you have come. Because if I would, for all the mistreat and also I gone through in life, I could be bitter as fuck. I could be another ignorant motherfucker saying crazy shit, but I choose to do the opposite. I'm doing what the Bible's telling me. You turn the cheek. Essentially. I'm telling you, you can do it rather than you can't do that shit. Right. I'm telling you to be kind. Then tell you fuck that little boy or whatever, It's essential. These are not even values. This is how we are supposed to treat one another. But a community, but economy, yes, you're a fucking person. And sometimes we forget. Like I'm guilty of forgetting that. How many times my drive drives me crazy. He's whining or something, and I gotta like snap. It's like, damn, he's doing all this because he doesn't understand me. Okay, let me be patient. Let me subtract. All right, puppy, what you need? I start fucking pointing out everything. Did this? You hungry? Guess who or guess what? And so I can understand. And then he shows me, or he was hungry, or he wanted an apple, or he was thirsty, or he just wanted me to change the channel. But we have to help ourselves to understand. Like it's like when you were a kid and they tell you, don't touch this, don't touch this, don't touch this. And they're already at a teenager and you're still not telling them, you're telling them to stop doing something. So that's how they become rebellious. You're telling me, don't stop it. So sit down and just explain to him. Explain why our drugs are bad. Why weed is a gateway to other drugs. I can say that. I witnessed that shit, right? Or say why it's bad to treat women bad. Or why anger doesn't help you achieve what you need to do. Or why pushing yourself can become like Mike Mathis. I didn't know these fucking words, but fuck it, I put a bet on myself and I took a chance. Or Nick, that he's a single father with 2 beautiful baby girls and he's doing it. Or like Steven Ansaldi that said, fuck, I'm gonna start my own business. In a year, he has come so far that many have not. understanding, support, just saying you can do it, saying hi. That's all you fucking need. My name is Dio.
That's it.
This is DioTalk. Thank you guys for joining me.
Peace.
Man,
Before we go, I'll start with you, Steve. Tell the people who can find you at.
You can find me at www.aquanomicspowerwashllc.com, or you can email me at aquanomicspowerwash@gmail.com.
Nick. So people who can find you at.
You can find me Nick Espinoza _215 on Instagram. You can look me up under Intertwined series. Hopefully everything keeps going well with that project. I'm a personal trainer as well, so y'all look me up. I'm truly certified, so I'll be in the gym working out soon. So you already know.
There you go, Mike. I know you got some shit. Tell the people they can find you at.
Hey, y'all can find me Google Michael Mathis. If you can't find me there, anything Mike Mathis Tour. That's Mike Mathis Tour. Got a bunch of stuff coming out, man. Appreciate the love.
Go follow him on Mike Mathis, the actor. Gentlemen, it's been a great podcast. We got to do this again. Thank you for each one of you joining me. Thank you for sharing your point of view, your story. It comes to the heart. Have a blessed night, gentlemen. Have a good night. I'm out.
That too. Good night.
Thanks.
Good night.